Hi and welcome. I just wanted to get started today by talking about a little bit about my background, how I got interested and started using essential oils, and some of the ways that my family incorporates them into our everyday routines. Um, it's important to note that essential oils are not labeled for use as drugs, and their use is not approved for treating or combating or improving any kind of disease or ailment or injury. So not appropriate to talk about essential oils in that way. I won't be doing that in this video. But I do want to talk about some of the ways that we've replaced some of the products that we were using and started using some essential oils-based products in their place. My name is Megan, and I live in Eastern Oregon with my family, my husband, and children. We really enjoy getting out a lot and being active, hiking and being in the outdoors. But several years ago, I started noticing that I wasn't able to bounce back after getting a cold or other virus, that my energy was getting um, to be very, very low. And eventually the fatigue got to such a level that I was just barely functioning, just struggling to get through each day. I slept a lot and really was having a hard time taking care of anything in the house or the kids, and um, all the systems in my body seemed to be breaking down. My digestive system wasn't working, and I was having all kinds of food allergies and headaches and migraines and just all kinds of symptoms that just couldn't figure out how to get under control. And so I went to see the doctor, had all kinds of tests, referred to a specialist, and they weren't able to find anything. They ran all the tests and said, well, everything's normal. Basically, just hope you feel better. And if you've been in that position, it's kind of makes you feel helpless, and you start to wonder, you know, what's going on? Is this in my head? But it's not. You're not imagining all the things that are going on. And so, if you've been in that place, I just want to say, don't give up. I believe that answers are out there for you, and sometimes it just helps to know that there's somebody who believes you. And if you need that, just know, I believe in you, and you are worth fighting for and finding those answers. And so don't give up. They're out there. Your story is going to be different than mine, and what's going to be the answer for you will be different than for me. But some of the things that I found that have supported my own healing are eating a whole foods, plant-based diet. We try to be as organic as possible. We try to avoid GMOs as much as possible. Going gluten-free for me was huge, and now anytime that I eat wheat, I get a migraine. I try not even to touch it. It seems like that might trigger symptoms as well. Um, one thing also that seemed to help was stress reduction techniques. Just working on breathing and trying to calm down, and just realize that yeah, I can't do everything. I'm more limited than I would like to be, even still now. But just realizing that every day is a gift, and every day that I can wake up and enjoy my kids and my husband, those are precious gifts. We also found mold in the house. We had a leak after a bad winter. We opened up the walls and found that evidently it had leaked before. We had black mold growing in there. So my husband got that cleaned out, and that seemed to help quite a bit. It's rather controversial, but after a lot of research, I decided to go ahead and get my amalgam fillings replaced. And for me, I've noticed a big benefit there as they've come out. I've noticed that my energy levels have been up and my head is clearer. Of course, I will say that's something you don't want to just jump into. Make sure you do your research and work with a dentist who has been trained in safe techniques for removal, if that's something you've been thinking about, as you don't want to just get it done by just anybody. You can get quite sick and have some bad effects from the mercury exposure from getting those fillings removed. Um, some other things that have helped have just been being mindful of water consumption, of course, trying to stay hydrated, and gentle exercise. I used to try to work out and just push through things, and that wound up making me feel even worse. So just gentle exercise, and in general, being really careful. We read the labels of all the food that we eat. We also read the labels on the products that we use, and that's where the essential oils have come in. Um, I have a problem with a lot of different scents and seem to have some sensitivities. I am really bothered by the smell of many um, detergents and things like bleach and such. So just as we started reading labels and trying to avoid things for cleaning, I went to mostly vinegar and baking soda, and I still use those a lot. But one thing I'll say about it, it kind of makes your house smell like a pickle factory. And that's one of the things that we started using essential oils for was um, the cleaning because, they smell a lot better than just vinegar. I really like using lemon essential oil to clean with. It works really well and it smells great. It just makes me feel happy. I really like to use it with, like, say, cleaning the fridge. That's not a favorite chore, but at least if you got to do a messy job like that, might as well make it a little bit more pleasant by having that pleasant scent from the lemon, right? Um, and that's really how I kind of got interested in just using the essential oils was kind of to replace some of the products that we had been using before. And then with baking, um, with some of my food sensitivities, there's a lot of things I can't eat. And so it's been a challenge to find things that taste really good and that my husband in particular will want to eat. Um, it's just easier if I can cook for everybody all at once instead of making specialized meals. So that's one of the things with essential oils to use to enhance flavor. It's been kind of fun. For example, we got some Graham style gluten-free crackers and made up chocolate frosting. We put a drop of Young Living's peppermint vitality essential oil in it. Great grasshopper cookies, and everybody loved those. And then the other way we like to use them is using the diffuser. Sometimes it's just nice to have something that smells good and kind of makes you feel happy. Um, some of my favorites are like the Young Living Stress Away, and scent can be very powerful, and sometimes it's not a magic potion, but sometimes just smelling something nice is kind of a nice way to brighten up the day. And it's been fun experimenting with the kids and seeing what smells we like best. And so the essential oil tip for the week is just to find a way that you can incorporate an essential oil to make a chore that you don't necessarily like, make it a little bit more pleasant. I mentioned cleaning the fridge. It has to be done again. It's getting pretty icky. It's funny how quickly that happens. So I think I'm going to use some baking soda and maybe some lemon or orange essential oil just to kind of make the whole thing smell better. The citrus oils are kind of called happy oils, so just make that a more pleasant task overall. But thank you. If you've enjoyed this, if you got a benefit out of it, please give it a thumbs up or hit subscribe, and I will be back with more information and more tips next time. Thanks. Bye.